Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. It is the preview show of the 2015 World Cup. It's starting tonight at 8 o'clock at Twickenham when England take on Fiji, and the 20 teams all get to play and work out what's going to pan out over the pool stages. There's an awful lot that can take place. There's still questions over so many teams. No one really knows what's going to happen. New Zealand are currently favourites, Australia have got a chance, South Africa have got a chance, England have got a chance. There are a lot of teams that can be thrown into the pot. So let's start off by looking at Group A. Where do we stand? Well, clearly, the injuries that have hit Wales late on have a massive impact. Lee Halfpenny can kick from anywhere. There's an article today in the Times that summarises that Dan Biggar kicking distance is probably 10 metres less. That's massive for an opposition team, knowing that they can afford to give a penalty away and it probably won't cost 3 points. Rhys Webb, however, is a massive loss. The speed at which he can move the ball away from the contact area, release the back line. He also is sniped. He scored so many tries, which keeps the back row honest. So for Wales, this is a massive, massive problem. However, they do open up with an easier game against Uruguay, where hopefully they can get into their stride. Liam Williams is playing, Samson Lee. Hopefully these guys will come through unaffected. The big game in Group A this weekend, though, is undoubtedly at Twickenham. This is against the Fijian side who won the Pacific tournament. They are the premium island team. What do they come with? They've got some massive boys. Do they want a structured game? Of course they don't. They want to throw the ball around. As unstructured as possible is where Fiji will be dangerous. If they can release their big runners, England have got a problem. The other problem England have got is for these Fijian guys, there's an opportunity here to win contracts. They are in the world's spotlight. If they play well and show form and show great tackling, great offloading ability, there'll be a host of top 14 French sides and of course the Premiership in England. They'll be looking to sign these guys up. What do England have? They've got the weight of a nation on them. There's expectation that they are going to stroll through this match. At the moment, I think the spread market, you can get Fiji at about 22.5. On the handicap. Is that appealing? It's going to be a very, very tight game. There's no question. I can't see England running away with it. They've certainly got enough to get up against Fiji, but it might end up with a nervous 10 minutes at the end, which is not really what Lancaster wants, not really what any of the fans want to see, but there's still questions. The other games of the weekend, South Africa and Scotland get themselves in pretty easily, easing through some weaker opposition. Probably the biggest game of the weekend that may decide, well, we already probably know what's going to happen, but New Zealand against Argentina is a big game where it's taking place at Wembley. Clearly New Zealand will fancy their chances, but it's an opportunity to see where Argentina sit. And the other game of the weekend, France-Italy. The way France played during the warm-up games, you expect them to win quite easily against Italy, but still Italy will hopeful of perhaps getting a losing bonus point. I mean, this is where some of these tighter groups, the bonus points become all important. There is a scenario where England line up against Uruguay in Manchester and they're already out of the group. It depends what happens. Clearly, the three big games, the England-Wales, England-Australia and Wales-Australia can define what happens, and this is where the losing bonus points in terms of losing by less than 7 points and also the potential for 4 tries means that you could lose but still end up with 2 points. Those 2 points could be enough to put you through. So there's an awful lot happening this weekend. The atmosphere in the UK really hasn't taken off yet, but I think tonight the party starts, the show begins, people are starting to arrive from all around the world to see what can happen in this 2015 World Cup. So, my bet for the weekend is sell Fiji at 22.5. I am convinced that the scoreline will be a lot closer. So that is Freddie's Flutter for the weekend. You guys have a great time, see as many games as you can, and we'll be back on Sunday for a little review show to see what's happened. Thanks very much.